Once upon a time, there was a little boy called Howard who loved writing stories.
Little Howard dreamed of being a writer, and so he sat and wrote every night. But everything he wrote was fucking shite, yeah. Wubba-dubba-doo, wubba-dubba-doo. Worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world. He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer.
So we've been away for a couple of weeks, and I thought it might be a good idea to have a fully comprehensive plot so far. So this week's plot so far is by me.
Hooray!
Once upon a time, there were two identical twins called Rampion and Rapunzel, who were exactly the same in every way, except that one was a boy and the other was a girl. "Here you go, Rapunzel," said Edward, the twins' father. "You wear this necklace and that way I won't get confused. I'm quite stupid and half blind, and I have trouble distinguishing between boys and girls if I don't have quite simple gender signifiers to rely on. It's this or a nurse's uniform, okay?" So Rapunzel wore the necklace and Rampion wore a t-shirt with "I am a boy" one written on it, and everything was fine. Until one day, Rampion accidentally burned the shed down with some ice. Which sounds impressive and magical and impossible. Like everyone would go, "Hey Rampion, you must be an ice wizard." But they didn't. They didn't call him an ice wizard. They called him a science idiot, because he'd burned down the shed which contained all the family's food and fuel and money. And so when winter came,
Pickles, right?
And pickles, yeah. And so when winter came, they would all die because they had no food to eat or money to keep them warm. "Or Edward," said Danielle, the twins' mother. "We'll have to find something valuable to sell." Edward searched frantically, and eventually his eyes came to rest on his daughter's beautiful gold necklace. "I know," he exclaimed. "I'll sell Rapunzel." And he ran off next door to see if the friendly neighbourhood paedophile wanted her. Rapunzel was immediately sent to live in the big mansion with Squire Vallon, a scary old pervert, to wait a month to get married. Rampion was really upset about his sister moving next door, so he opened his windows and died. No one was sure what he died of. Maybe it was hypothermia, maybe it was an evil gas, or maybe 3 bears got in. Like in Goldilocks, but in reverse. The bears tried eating his first leg, but it was too hot. They tried his second leg, but it was too cold. But his third leg was just right. And also, it wasn't a leg, it was his penis. And it was quite small, so they ate his head as well. Edward and Danielle were deeply upset about one of their kids being a sex slave and the other getting eaten by bears, so they decided to cheer themselves up by going to watch their daughter's forced wedding to an old man. After all, where else would they get the opportunity to hear a mariachi band in Germany in the 16th century? But what no one was expecting, because she was a little girl victim in a spooky fairy tale, was that Rapunzel would turn out to have serious agency, which she demonstrated by murdering everyone in the whole world, including the evil squire, her disappointing parents, and Le Rognier, who was making the cake or something, and was attending the wedding to show everyone how good his legs were, and how he could use them for walking on. Somehow Rapunzel didn't get in trouble for murdering 50 or 60 people, probably because anyone who might have arrested her was now dead. Of course, she did have a house full of corpses, which might have been a problem if it weren't for Rapunzel's love of pickling and her unending supply of jars and vinegar. So she chopped everyone up, pickled their parts, and put them in the cellar. The perfect crime. Time passed and Rapunzel grew up. She changed her name to the Witch because the police were looking for someone called Rapunzel. Unfortunately, she felt very lonely on account of having murdered everyone she'd ever met. So one day she decided what she needed was a daughter. And what's the best way to go about getting a daughter in 16th century Germany? That's right, it's by tricking your neighbours into stealing fruit from your tree, then forcing them into a contract that says if they have a baby girl, you get to keep it. Unfortunately, the witch's plan backfired when the neighbours selfishly gave birth to a boy. But never one to give up easily, the witch took the baby anyway and cut off its penis and tongue to make it more girl-like. Then she murdered the baby's parents because, as previously stated, she loved murder. The witch called the mutilated baby Catskin and made him sleep in a dog basket or something, and then she just kind of ignored him for 6 years while she came up with a better plan to get hold of a real baby girl. Her new and improved plan was this. 1. Get an Australian couple called Henry and Elizabeth to move in next door. 2. Tell Catskin not to wave at them, which will make them desire a baby of their own to wave at. 3. When Elizabeth is pregnant, kill all their crops and animals and steal their money. 4. Blame Henry and tell everyone that he is a prostitute. 5. When Henry comes to ask for your help, surprise everyone by saying no. Even though this was the point of everything you've done until now. 6. Wait for Henry to steal fruit from your tree. 7. Hit Henry with a spade until he loses consciousness. 8. When Henry wakes up, offer him the deal that you should have offered him when he asked for help. 9. Wait for Elizabeth to have a baby. 10. Steal the baby. The witch's weird plan worked perfectly, and so, finally, she took the new baby girl home, where she introduced her to Catskin. "This is your new baby sister," she said. "I'm going to call her Rapunzel, which is not strange, because I'm not called Rapunzel anymore. I'm called the Witch, and I've never murdered anyone." Catskin could see that his mother liked this new baby more, and she treated it with the kindness and love which she'd never shown him. And Catskin thought, "I don't like this new baby. I'll have to do something to get rid of it." So he made his way down into the pickle cellar. Interior kitchen cellar. There are many jars of pickled items.
Ooh, yummy.
Normal things like onions and eggs, but towards the back, more sinister things. A jar of pickled spiders.
Ew.
A jar with a pickled hand.
Oh, hello.
A jar with the pickled head of Squire Vallon.
Oh, hello.
And jars with the heads of Edward and Danielle too.
Shit.
In the centre of the room there is a table. At the table, Catskin has filled a large jar with preservative and is trying to push the baby Rapunzel into the jar. Rapunzel is crying loudly. Okay, well, fair enough. I mean, he's learned from what the witch does. He's like, well, you pickle everyone you don't like. That's your delusion. I don't like this baby, so I'm pickling it. All right. Oh, damn, you're absolutely right. It would be very unreasonable of me to get annoyed with you.
Yeah. I mean, maybe she's only really annoyed because, you know, she was planning on pickling that baby herself.
Maybe that's just what it's all about. It's just, actually, this story is all about how much the witch loves pickling. Right? It's just, you've kept it like, this is the big surprise. It seems to be about so much more, but in the end, it's just like, I love pickling things. I can't get enough. When I mean, that's how it started, right? Yeah. Because
love those pickles.
Their cellar had loads of pickled stuff in, and then it burnt down, and that was a real. And we thought
those pickles all burnt down, didn't they?
We thought she was upset because of being sold to the squire, but actually, she was really upset about losing all those pickle
The lack
things.
of pickles.
Yeah, the lack of,
she's just trying to fill the pickle cellar
yeah,
up
her
now.
collection, and then she goes to the squire's house.
I need to pickle things.
Yeah, and
I'm
he's
gonna
like,
pickle. I'm going to pickle you.
Well, that's at first she's like, "What can I pickle?" And he's like, "You don't really need to pickle anything. We get fresh food, right? No, I love pickling. No, don't pickle." And he's like, "All right, I'm putting my foot down. No pickling."
Your foot? I can pickle that. Yes.
Exactly. That's what she thinks. She's like, "Well, if you won't let me pickle things, I'll pickle you and everyone else in this town." And so at her wedding, she kills everyone with spiders, pickles them, pickles spiders. I mean, she's supposed to like spiders, but she's pickled some, proving that she doesn't like spiders. She fucking loves pickling. Mum and Dad. I always knew that the best pickling would be family pickling. But then you got rid of my brother. Okay, so Rapunzel is crying loudly. The boy's face is angry and tears roll down his cheeks. Interior kitchen. The crying rings out here. A trapdoor in the floor lies open, and beside it a padlock and keys lie. The witch enters the kitchen and sees the trapdoor has been opened. Suddenly, the crying stops.
Ah, pickled. I thought she was in that scene. She's not there. It's just him pickling the kid.
Oh, right,
she's
yeah,
not there.
you're right. I thought she was there as well, but
No, I thought
she hasn't caught up with the pickling
Yeah,
yet.
we got there before her.
Yeah, we did. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so we've seen...
Sounds like he's got the lid on to me.
I think he has. That's the next thing, yeah. No, he has, yeah, that's the next thing. Kitchen cellar. Catskin has put Rapunzel in the jar and has the lid on. So she's drowning in vinegar. The witch suddenly drops into view. All right. Picks up Catskin and throws him across the cellar. Milk! Yeah, okay, so she throws him across the cellar. Catskin lands against a shelf of jars. Milk! Right, which topple and fall upon him. Some smash, the contents spilling on the floor. My pickle! Right.
His pickled penis lands on his head.
Yeah. The witch picks up the pickled baby. That's what it says. I'm not adding that. That's what it says. The witch picks up the pickled
That's what
baby.
it is. It's a pickled baby.
And
is
removes...
it pickled if it's only just gone in? It takes a while to get pickled, doesn't it?
You think
If
so?
I put a load of onions in some pickling vinegar.
They're not pickled onions
They're
yet.
not
They're
pickled
just wet
onions,
onions. Yeah.
They're just onions.
It's got to soak in. Yeah, you're right.
The regular baby. She picks up
So
the regular baby.
The witch picks up the wet baby, the vinegar-soaked baby, and removes the lid, pulling Rapunzel from within, probably by her hair. Rapunzel splutters and begins crying again. The witch puts her back in and shoves the lid on. Bloody crying baby! Yeah. No, she doesn't do that. The witch hugs the baby to her, breathing heavily with relief. Suddenly, a strangled moan starts up like an air raid siren. Okay. I'm going to try this. I assume that's what you mean, anyway.
Yeah, that's good.
Catskin stands holding two small jars and wailing.
He's wailing. He's like killing whales.
Yeah, which is difficult when you're holding two things.
Yeah.
Like, how's he doing that with his
How is
penis?
he operating the
harpoon?
Harpoon.
Yeah. Both jars are marked Catskin.
Ah.
Within one is the tongue that he lacks, and the other contains his genitals.
Yay.
Catskin throws the jars to the floor. They smash, spilling his body parts over the stone floor. Catskin gets a needle and thread out and starts trying to sew them back on.
Yeah, I mean, if they've been preserved, they probably still work, right? If you put them back on now?
I don't think so. Catskin pulls over shelf after shelf, smashing everything. The witch stands centrally, watching guiltily. When Catskin has cried his throat raw and toppled as much as he can, he races to the ladder and ascends to the kitchen. Mrs. Fox, voiceover. The boy never returned, and as the years passed, he became little more than a bad memory, like a dark dream. Indeed, Rapunzel could not remember him, and as far as she was concerned, she and her mother were the only people in the world. Well, Catskin has discovered the truth about his mother, the witch, that she loves pickling stuff. So much that she pickled some of his most important body parts when he was a baby. And he's got so upset that he's decided, I don't think I want to live here anymore.
Yeah, wisely. He's packed his bags, he's fucked off.
Yeah, he's gone. And all this is happening when little Rapunzel is a baby Rapunzel. So, like, she doesn't remember him. It says, Rapunzel could not remember him. And as far as she was concerned, she and her mother were the only people in the world. And the world? The garden. So I guess she's not allowed to leave the garden, right?
Yeah.
Then there's no question of this
them now,
baby remembering.
Well, I would remember if someone tried to pickle me.
Not if you're a baby, you can't make memories at that age.
No, because they've been pickled. That memory's been pickled and therefore preserved. So that's the one memory you have.
But they're in the jar, not in your head. You'd have to open the jar and go, oh my god!
The jar got open and they took the pickled baby out. All she got from that was like one memory just preserved for all eternity.
They reckon that like any memory before the age of about 2 has to be a false memory because like you're incapable of making memories before that.
Mummy, did I get pickled as a child? No, dear, that definitely
it's
did
a
not
false
happen.
memory.
Yeah.
Look, here's an article about it from The Guardian.
What's this photograph of me getting pickled? That's
It's
just
fake news. All right, anyway, back to the actual script. The hedges of the maze are now well over head high. An enchanting voice sings a lullaby, Rapunzel's song. The witch, older now, appears from within the house. I've got to do an older witch voice. Okay. Rapunzel! Should I not bother? Rapunzel!
You can both feel like it sounds the same, but I mean...
It was clearly an older
No,
witch
you
voice.
just taking your index finger and waggling it when you speak doesn't make your voice
That's
sound
what
older.
old women do. Okay. No, it's because I'm also making it slightly higher pitched and also raspy and kind of contracting my throat a little bit. So I'm going, instead of going Rapunzel like before, now I'm going Rapunzel. You see?
Oh, I see,
And
okay.
the finger's also important. Don't get me wrong.
I heard it.
Yeah,
In
okay.
comparison, I can hear it. But
Yeah, so it's like it's
it's not-
Rapunzel,
yeah.
Rapunzel, or Rapunzel. She's more wicked as well with age.
Yes.
Because we all know old women are evil.
we do know that.
A beautiful blonde-haired girl of 12 emerges from the maze. It is she who sings, and she is Rapunzel.
I'm adding beautiful poetry to my weird, weird orderings.
Stage directions, yeah. Her hair travels down her back. Travels down her back. Honestly,
We're just going to her arse. Do you want us to pick up anything whilst we're there?
Can you get some milk? All right, now, I think what this means, right, what I'm realising is that you didn't know the difference between the word go and the word travel, right? Because you can say her hair goes down her back, like Doctor Who goes down a corridor,
Yeah.
that would be fine. But you just didn't know there was actually a subtle difference between those words. Because you can say go to Spain or
I
travel
had
to
a
Spain.
thesaurus.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
wouldn't then check the dictionary definition thereafter, so
Well, I
I just
think-
go, what are some
What's another word
synonyms
for go? Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Travel. Have
Travel.
it.
And that'll do. That's me done now. Yeah.
Where does the butter go? It travels in the fridge. What? It travels in the fridge.
Yeah.
It travels in the fridge. Yeah, it travels in the fridge.
I was gonna have some milk, but I think the milk's travelled off.
Yeah.
What? Okay, oh, gone off. Okay, yeah. Just remember when Howard says travel, just translate it to go in your head, and you'll understand him perfectly.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, what you call a male sheep? A travel-oat. Traveller. I don't know.
What? Oh, a goat, a male sheep, a goat. I was like, ram? How is this? A ram? What's ram got to do with travel oats?
I don't know what a fucking
Travel oat?
ram is.
You didn't want it. You didn't want a ram. You wanted a goat. Apparently you think a goat is a male sheep.
Yeah, I did. Is it not?
No, it's a
So-
different animal altogether.
Not the same, but it's got horns, just like a male sheep, right?
Male sheep have horns. Rams.
Yeah, goats. Yeah. I mean, travel-oats.
Travel oats. Travel oats.
That's just cereal you've taken holiday, isn't it? You got your travel-oats.
It's small cereal.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
like
travel-
when you have
yeah, yeah,
travel
travel,
Scrabble
yeah,
and
yeah.
travel
Travel
chess. It's like
Scrabble.
miniature cereal.
Yeah.
Oh, look how small my cornflakes are. Look at my tiny toast.
Listen, we're travelling on holiday tomorrow, so you need to bring your travel-oats. Okay, on your marks, get set, travel. And they're off.
Yeah, that's a good one. On your marks, get set, travel. Like, at the starting line, people are going, what?
What?
Should we... Oh, he's won. Okay,
gosh,
yeah. Howard's won. Howard won the race again.
Yeah.
I think he's fixed it somehow. It does seem true that that's what you've done. Like, it does seem believable that you have absolutely gone, I've used the word go too many times. I better get a synonym. Because sometimes that is a perfect synonym. You know, it's just in all the ways you use it.
I
it's
mean,
not.
even today, I was like, especially now with the little dictionary on the Mac.
Yeah.
There's just one in it, so like you just,
Yeah.
I've always got it out for like looking for different words because like
Yeah.
if you're writing a chase sequence or shit like that, you've got to come up with different words for running, like
Yeah.
barrels down the corridor, sprints, and all this kind of shit. It's like, what's the next cool word?
Barrels down the corridor. Okay, look up another one. Oh, he casks down the corridor.
Yeah, exactly. And so you get there. So then, I would have been like just going like, what's the dictionary and get the actual thesaurus out.
Thesaurus, yeah.
Travels. Okay, I'll do. Travels.
Yeah, okay. So her hair wanders down her back. Her hair goes for a walk down her back
Takes an amble.
to the back of her knees.
Back of her niece. She's got a niece.
Yeah, her niece is down there, looking at her, carrying her hair for her.
Hello, auntie.
Can I come out now? No.
Stay down there. Put your penis back on. That's what that means. Just
do it.
Her niece is a man,
Her
basically.
niece is Catskin. Like, just giving him more identity problems. Okay, Catskin, I know you're like 7 years older, and a boy, but you're going to be the baby's niece, okay?
This is your auntie. You are a niece.
Run away. Confused. Run away. Okay, stop pickling me. Stop pickling bits of me. You pickle me. No.
Stop pickling.
Just running out again. She's pickling me. She's pickling me. What did he say? I think he said, she's pickling me. I think he must be wrong about that. That'd be strange if a kid ran past saying, she's pickling me. You must have misheard. I'm pretty sure he said, she's pickling me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, where's my baby gone? Oh, don't worry about it, love. I'll get it back later.
She's pickling it.
Yeah, she loves pickling. Anyway, back to what the kid said. It's definitely not what you thought.
And I'd call it the House of Pickles for nothing. But I'd call it that. No,
They don't call it the pickling witch for nothing. All right, that's her name from now on, the pickling witch.
Yeah.
All right, so her hair travels down her back to the back of her knees.
It gets there.
Mama, she says. The witch's eyes soften as Rapunzel hits them with a hammer.
Yeah, they melt and drip out.
Oh, wow. As Rapunzel meat tenderises them. Yeah. No, the witch's eyes soften as Rapunzel races towards her. Rapunzel hugs her mother. Where did she come from? Elizabeth's there. Oh, hi, Rapunzel. Come here, Rapunzel. I'm your mother. No, that doesn't happen. She hugs the witch, who she thinks is her mother.
Yeah, the pickling witch.
Yeah. Don't go running off, Rapunzel, says the pickling witch.
Don't go travelling off. Rapunzel travels to her mother and hugs her.
Yeah.
And then goes, don't go travelling off. Stop travelling.
Well, the witch and Rapunzel have been living happily together for many years, locked away in Century Chase, never leaving and not admitting to little Rapunzel that the world exists. Right? She's like, no, there's no world. It's just me, you, and this maze. Right? That's all there is.
But the world does exist, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Just over
surprise.
that wall.
There is a world, yeah. And who lives next door?
Rapunzel's actual parents, Henry and Elizabeth.
Henry and Elizabeth. So what happened to them?
Well, let's find out.
Okay. Cut to exterior Fable Cottage, early evening. Elizabeth, looking old before her time, stands in the dark of the early night air, listening to the sound of Rapunzel's song. From the cottage, a little blonde boy of 6 appears. He goes to his mother and tugs at her sleeve. Mama, Papa says it's my bath time. Elizabeth turns to her son. What? Oh yeah. Come on then. Elizabeth picks him up and carries him to the cottage, pausing briefly to listen to Rapunzel's song before disappearing inside. Rapunzel's song, Rapunzel's song, Rapunzel's song, Rapunzel's song, Rapunzel's song. Exterior, rear garden, Century Chase, day. The sun shines, Rapunzel's song hangs in the spring air. She's like nailed the lyrics up to a tree. It's just, if you look at the tree, it says, hang on, I'm just going to read this. Rapunzel's song, digger, 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 digger. Rapunzel's song. Why have you nailed this to the tree? It's so I don't forget the words. The words are Rapunzel's song and digger, digger, digger. How would you forget that? Cut to exterior rear gates, Century Chase.
Rear gates.
Elizabeth prizes the door open with a tool. Doesn't matter what kind of tool.
Well, we know what it is because she just took her son for a bath. So I ain't got one anymore. Just cut that off. Now she's using it to prise open rear gates.
It swings slowly outwards. Exterior rear garden. Elizabeth wanders in. She sees the maze and hears the song. She goes over to the maze entrance and walks straight in.
Rapunzel's song, Rapunzel's milk. Rapunzel's milk, Rapunzel's milk, Rapunzel's milk. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, I can't tell what direction it's coming from. It seems to be going back and forth. It keeps going that way and then this way and then over here and then over here. I know what. Oh, she's in the maze. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. She's milking around the maze. So she goes over to the maze entrance and walks straight in. Exterior Fable Cottage. Jack is here playing on the floor with a bunch of stones.
Beans.
Jack is Elizabeth and Henry's son, right?
Correct, Lamundo.
Excellent. Okay, Henry emerges from within the cottage. Ooh. Jack, have you seen your mother?
Yeah,
Jack.
she's that one with boobs and milk comes out, right? That's the one.
That's right. Bye, Mill. You've passed today's test. We'll be back tomorrow to see if you know who your dad is. Remember, it's me, boy. Okay, bye, Mill. Jack, have you seen your mother? Jack lifts an arm. Like, where'd you get that arm from?
I found it in a pickle jar.
Have you
got it from the pickle witch.
Have you been in the pickle witch's castle again? I told you don't go there, you'll get pickled. So Jack lifts an arm, a severed pickled arm, and points in the direction of the chase. Henry looks horrified.
Oh, flim-flangling, flaming hell.
Last time I went there, I had to sign my kid away because I ate salad stuff. What if she can't resist the salad stuff?
Yeah, she can.
That's what. Oh no, is that what's going to happen? She's going to have to sell Jack.
Yeah.
Because she's like, oh, I went to the chase and now I see what you mean. I've been annoyed with you for 12 years, Henry, about that salad stuff. But geez, that was nice lettuce. That was some amazing lettuce. I couldn't resist. Okay, Jack, go off you go now. Bye.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, let's go and have sex and make more babies. I can't get enough of this salad stuff.
I need more payment. Exterior, maze interior. Say that again, brilliant. Exterior, maze interior, century chase-teria. Elizabeth strides through the maze, turning corners. Yeah, that's it. That's how mazes work, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I tried going straight on, but I walked into a hedge. It didn't work. I kept trying, but it just hedge in the way. So
Could be one of those curly ones.
could be a curly one, yeah. But you still probably have to turn corners to go into the inner
in
circles.
constant curves, wouldn't you? Wouldn't
It's not a
turn
maze.
an actual corner.
That's not a maze. That's just a spiral.
One that could spiral in like loads of different manners, couldn't it?
I guess, but anytime it intersects, you could still get a corner. Anytime two spirals intersect.
No.
You can't say no, it's improvisation. You've got to say yes.
Maze. And if I say it only has spirals,
With no corners, and that's geometrically impossible. Then that's the truth, and that's why I said no.
no, it's an easy maze. You said it was a difficult maze.
It is difficult in the sense that it can't possibly exist. Yeah, that is difficult. Like I walked around the maze and fell into another dimension. Cut 2. Interior, study, century chase. The pickle witch is sat here writing. The window is open and Rapunzel's song drifts in from outside.
La 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 la, I'm Rapunzel's song. Hey, how you doing?
Rapunzel's song, Rapunzel's song.
Hey, Rapunzel's song. Ah, Rapunzel's song, right? Ah, Rapunzel's song. I've told you not to come in the window.
Would you like some soup? The witch places her quill down and stands. She goes to the window and looks down on the maze. Sat at the heart of the maze, in a low branch of the fruit tree, Rapunzel sits singing her song.
Chewing on some salad stuff.
Yeah. And something else, a second figure moving through the maze, and then a third figure enters the garden. It is Henry. He races over to the maze and enters. The witch runs out of the door. Exterior, maze-teria, interior. It's in the maze, basically. Elizabeth continues to the centre like a woman possessed. Right, so she's like flying. Right, she's got like a white nightgown on, and she's got like a grey face and big hair sticking out, and she's floating.
Spewing
Green
stuff.
face, green stuff coming out, head spinning round, talking to something in the TV.
Yeah.
That's what happened. Yeah. Exterior, centre of maze.
Yeah.
Elizabeth bursts in. Rapunzel is not here.
There's a lot of places Rapunzel's not.
Yeah.
She's probably in a pickle jar. That's where she is. Catskin's got her inside a jar.
Yeah, again. Elizabeth breathes heavily, worn out. Henry runs in and goes straight to Elizabeth. She falls into his arms. Oh, she's gone! She's gone! She's gone! Says Elizabeth. The witch arrives in the centre through a different entrance. She sees Rapunzel is not here and turns her attention to the pickle cellar, where Catskin is pickling her again. Oh, not again!
Pickling Rapunzel.
Every time I turn my back, you pickle Rapunzel. I thought you'd run away. No, I just hid behind a tree. No, Catskin's not there. He's gone. She sees Rapunzel is not here and turns her attention to Henry and Elizabeth. Henry cowers at her presence, but Elizabeth's mind is elsewhere.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's being pickled right now.
Astral projection.
She's looking for Rapunzel using her... She sent her ghost to look for Rapunzel.
Ghost's coming for you, darling.
What are you doing, Elizabeth? I'm sending my ghost to look for my daughter. What?
But she's scared of ghosts. Oh, no.
Not her mother's ghost. I'd say especially. I mean, she doesn't know you're her mother. I sold her 12 years ago, remember? Yeah, I haven't forgotten, actually. Oh, yeah, sorry. I
did forget that because I pickled that memory.
I should probably stop reminding you of that, you know. Every time you forget, I'm like, hey, remember that time I sold our daughter? Oh, yeah, I remember that now. And I spent all the money on whores. Oh, no, hang on. I didn't do that. Why am I saying? Oh, I can't believe. That witch is so convincing that even I believe her, and I know I didn't do it. Hey, do you remember that time I killed the chickens? Oh, no, hang on. No, I didn't do that either.
Yeah.
Do you remember that time I stood on the windowsill and watched us having sex? No, that can't have been me. I kind of watched us having sex. That must have been that kid again. Okay. Do you remember that time I married a 12-year-old? And then she killed me with spider eggs? No, I'm getting confused again. Oh no, it's all that astral projection I've been doing. Every time I send my ghost out, I meet other ghosts and they tell me stories. The other day I met Ghost Squire Vallon and he told me about the time he married a 12-year-old, and now I think it's me. Can't tell the difference. I've just got this problem. It's like a neurological problem where I can't tell the difference between my life and stories that people tell me, right? So, you know, you tell me a story about a mouse that lives in a piano, and then the next thing I know, I think I'm a mouse living in a piano and I'm looking for cheese. I'm going around looking for cheese and running away from cats. So don't tell me that story again. I go, okay, Henry, I've got a new story for you. All right. There's this shark, right? This shark swimming around underwater and a dog eats him. Oh no! I'll run away from dogs. Yeah, don't do that one. Story. That wasn't a good story. Poor Elizabeth, living in her house, in her little house, next door to the woman who kidnapped her baby, knowing that her baby is still living there, and being tortured by the fact that every day she can hear her daughter singing that song that she used to sing to her own belly when she was pregnant. And she's like, oh, that's weird. That baby must be a genius to remember that when I was pregnant, I used to stoke my belly with a fire stoker and go, Rapunzel song, digga, 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 Rapunzel song. Right? That's weird. I better go and find out what's going on. So she's gone over into the Century Chase, and Henry's gone, oh no, she's gone into the Century Chase. This is a problem. He's gone after her. They both go into the maze, but oh no, what's going to happen next? The witch. The witch has found them there. She has caught them in her maze. Henry's terrified. He's cowering on the floor going, oh no, she's going to beam me in the face with a shovel again. Yes. Right? Fair enough. He's been hurt once.
Well, he's got that contract, hasn't he, which explicitly states they're not allowed to go there.
Yeah, and if they do, she'll beam them with a shovel. Yeah. That's a pretty harsh contract, yeah. So he knows what to expect. Elizabeth, less so. Yeah. So let's find out what the witch is going to say to Henry and Elizabeth now they're trespassing on her property. You have broken our agreement. I'm sorry. Elizabeth was immediately trying to blame his wife. Yeah. It was my wife's fault.
She gave birth.
Do you want it? £200 a month. Yes, I can pickle it. What? Nothing. Why do you think they call me the Pickle Witch? Because I pickle babies. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I probably should have known that. No. He says, I'm sorry. Elizabeth was... Are you somehow discontent with the money I have showered upon you? Well, look, I like the money, but I don't know why you have to shower it on us. I mean, I could take it in notes if you like, or bank transfer. That'd be fine. Yeah. But you don't have to get it in 1p coins and then come to my house with it in a bucket and throw it over my head. That's how I like doing it. If I'm going to give you £100 a month, I'm going to do it in 1p coins. Perhaps you prefer the prospect of imprisonment. Please, Elizabeth merely wanted to see our girl. My girl? She is mine. Oh no, I'm sorry, we'll go. There is no escape this time. I shall have you both locked up. Please, no, we meant no harm. Please forgive us. It's my wife, it's her fault. Put her in prison, not me. I mean, I tried to stop her, stupid woman. She heard her own kid, who I sold, singing and stuff. I don't know, she was strangely drawn to it. I don't know what that's about. Oh, I forgot about it years ago, to be honest. We had another one, it's fine.
I'll tell you what happened, of course, was like we gave Jack his first bath today, and she realised he had a penis, and she didn't.
Really disappointed.
She didn't have any scissors, so she's like, "Where can I get a girl from?" Oh, I had one 12 years ago.
Awesome scissors. I think they're both up at the Chase.
Yeah.
I know that because the witch definitely has some.
Also, salad stuff.
Oh yeah. You can't. I mean, you can't eat. I mean, it's great salad stuff, isn't it? Are you eating my salad stuff? No. Are you doing a mean impression of my son Catskin? No, I'm not doing that, Mike. I'm still hoping Catskin's going to turn up again, because you can't just write him out like that. Just he runs off and never comes back. He's going to turn up. He's going to turn up at an important
pivotal moment. Yeah, he may do. He may very well too.
Plus, I mean, he doesn't speak anyway, does he?
Yeah.
We're making up all his lines.
Oh well, in that case, he can continue to speak.
That's true.
Yeah, since he never said any of the things he said before.
Cut to I don't know, Skegness Beach or something. Oh no, this is set in Germany. Cut to Skegness Beach. Catskin is making sandcastles. He's not making sandcastles. Where's Dracula? And cut back to Germany. Dracula is here. Please, no. We meant no harm. Please forgive us. We have a son. What would he do? We can't leave him. We're his family. Oh no, hang on. I'm probably giving you ideas here. We don't have a son. Don't cut his penis off and pickle him. All right? No, yeah, he'll probably be fine. Whatever happens, he's better off not being dealt with by you.
Too late.
You should have thought of that before you came trespassing, breaking contract. Please, I promise you, if you let us go, this will never happen again. Please. Just like I said last time, let me go and give me £100 a month, and I'll never do it again.
I'll let you go, but you have to agree to take £200 a month.
No. Wait a minute. Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah. I mean, if I must, I suppose. Oh, and I want your daughter. What? Yes, I want your daughter.
You've got her.
Oh, yes.
I want 2 of her.
Yes.
Work out how to clone people. Elizabeth is listening to Rapunzel's song on a record player. Henry is crying like a stupid little child.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, not just like a child, but like a stupid little child. All right. So I don't know how to do this, but it's got to be little for a start. So it'll be down here. How do you do stupid little? What's a stupid little child? Yeah, I know. That's pretty stupid, right?
Yeah.
That's what Henry's doing.
Oh, amazing. God.
Right, cool. Yeah. Hopefully you can tell that I went down to do that as well on the microphone. I tried my best to
That's
make
the best part of the
film.
That scene would, I think if I were the director, I'd make that scene last quite a long time.
You really milk that scene, really milk that scene.
Yeah, just shoot it from every angle.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so he's crying, and the witch says, gravel. No, she says grovel. No. She's not just being random. She says, grovel.
Yeah, grovel.
Henry looks confused. On your knees. Grovel. Henry drops to his knees. Please. No. So he says, please, but then the witch says, your pitiful whining sounds like the bleating of sheep. So I better do it again. Please, says Henry. All right, and then she says, your pitiful whining sounds like the bleating of sheep. Oh, sorry, I thought that's what you wanted. I'll do it again, but without the bit in the middle, okay? All right, here we go. Okay, please, spare us, please. Please. Oh, hang on. No, witch says, sheep eat grass. Yeah, and? I think you've got a bit distracted, pickle witch. All right, we're talking about whether you're going to send us to prison for eating your salad stuff, and you've started telling me information about sheep. Sheep have wool on. I'm confused. A male sheep is called a goat. Hang on, mate. Hang on, mate. I think you need to get the Wikipedia article out again. Will the witch send Henry and Elizabeth to prison? Or will she let them off as long as they can answer her pop quiz about a sheep, Doctor?
Yeah, good. Find out next week on the
Worst writer in the world. Worst writer in the world. Worst writer in the world. Worst writer in the world.
Thanks for listening to this episode of The Worst Writer in the World.
Thank you.
If you'd like more, including extended episodes and loads of other stuff, then join our secret gang on Patreon for as little as $2 a month.
Woo!
If you like free things, join our Facebook group, where we also share loads of stuff, and you can see loads of people doing the cosplay challenge.
Oh, cosplay! Come on, join us.
See you next week, everyone. Bye!
I didn't even say the words as well.
I know.
He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer. Yeah.